On the news this morning, PDP National Chairman Uche Secondus says he will not resign. PDP Governors Forum meeting ends in deadlock. River State government to introduce scheme to create employment. Pensioners call on River State government to pay their arrears. Court remands Chidinma Ojukwu over alleged murder of Super TV CEO. On the foreign scene, New York Governor Andrew Cuomo continues to refuse calls to resign following reports of sexual harassment. I am Ifiemi Andrew. The PDP National Chairman Prince Uche Secondus has said he will not resign. There have been calls for his resignation, which saw some executive members of the National Working Committee of the party resign their positions last week. Speaking in Abuja on Monday, Mr. Secondus said he will not resign.
I confirm to you that I will not resign. If you want confirmation, I confirm that press statement.
The meeting of the People's Democratic Party PDP Governors Forum ended on Monday in deadlock. In the over 7 hours meeting, the governors said they could not take a decision over the call for the resignation of the national chairman of the party, Uche Secondus. Speaking with newsmen after the meeting, the chairman of the forum and governor of Sokoto State, Aminu Tambuwal, said they will meet on Tuesday to finalize the challenges facing their party. He did not respond to question on the forum's vote of confidence on Secondus.
We have discussed extensively on matters of the moment concerning our party, and this meeting is continuing tomorrow with other stakeholders, and very soon Nigerians and indeed all of you will hear our resolution, but we are working towards resolving all the issues as a family, and by the grace of God we are going to achieve that.
The National Secretary of APC's Caretaker Extraordinary Convention Planning Committee, James Akpanu Doede, says the security takeover of the National Secretariat of the party is a security beef-up. He also dismissed speculations that the security beef-up is linked to the recent Supreme Court judgment. He said Governor Mai Mala Buni-led Caretaker Extraordinary National Convention Planning Committee is not under any threat.
The insinuation, maybe when you see police present, you want to link as if there is a correlation with those who are against the party, against the president. We want to repeat again, the Supreme Court judgment, the full detail of it, confirm the authority and the position and the decision that was taken by NEC of the APC. The office of the National Chairman is not under any threat. That's why we are concerned. So don't try to link or insinuate. No, it's not.
As you may know, over 5 Hilux patrol vans took over the headquarters of the APC early morning Monday. The police team, numbering over 30, had strategically positioned themselves within the secretariat. The River State government says it is working towards introducing Rivers Youth Market Scheme to create employment opportunities for the youth. Commissioner for Youth Development, Ohia Prince Obi, said this at a media briefing ahead of this year's International Youth Day celebration in Port Harcourt. He said the scheme will create an avenue for unemployed and innovative youths in the state to meet and interact with entrepreneurs.
For we in the state, we are coming up with the One Youth, One Skill project. And this project is targeted at developing the youth. Developing the youth in hand-on skill training, developing the youth through entrepreneurship training, direct social investment, and we don't intend to end it at that. We also want to introduce a scheme, Rivers Youth Market, because if you develop a youth and there is no linkage between what the youth is doing, his expertise, and those who need that expertise, then you have not done anything. You have truncated that development system.
He also called for the collaboration of multinational cooperation organizations and government at all levels in the development of a framework for youths in the state.
So I want to use this opportunity and avenue to call on all sectors, multinational, corporate organizations, individuals, government at all levels. We must see how we will develop a good, workable and visible framework that will cause a strong development in the life of those we consider to fall within the category of a youth. We must go into proper youth investment. As a government in Rivers State, you are aware that the governor has done so much in the educational sector. This is giving room for youth development.
Our correspondent reports that the Commissioner for Youth Development also said that this year's celebration will be a talk show. The theme for this year's International Youth Day is Transforming the Food System. You may want to recall that the state government began the process of employment of 5,000 persons into the civil service since 2020. That process is yet to see anyone employed. Some workers of the closed River State Transport Company have appealed to the River State government to consider them as it plans to overhaul the company. Two of the workers spoke to our correspondent.
He's our father. However, being the outcome, Pekin they offend the father, he appeal. Father they offend Pekin, he call her. When father big Pekin for right hand, he go collect her for left hand. So whoever being our sin in concerning this ROTC, make him consider us.
It's a welcome development, but let him carry us along. 16 months, a lot of people have suffered. He's a governor that carries his people along. There is no way he will throw us out.
Recall that the State Commissioner for Transport, Usima Gina, said the state government has approved the contract for the establishment of a new River State Transport Company. Also, Secretary of the Amalgamated Union of Public Corporation Civil Service, Technical and Recreational Services Employees at the company, Ruben Tamanoemi, appealed to the state government to consider the welfare of the over 200 workers of the company who are still being owed 16 months' salary arrears.
Over 200 Rivers indigents are under the employ of ROTC, and for 16 months now, no salary. We are just like that. Many people have lost their homes. Children cannot no longer go to school. Many of our staff have died out of frustrations. So we want the government to please consider our plight, but at least paying our 16 months salary arrears.
Some pensioners in River State have again called on the River State government to pay them their pension arrears. Leader of the affected pensioners, Lucky Ati, told correspondent Choma Ezenwafo that they have not received their gratuity for the past 7 years. He said monthly pensions are paid, but the backlog before the regular payment started has not been paid.
Every month they've been paying. We don't have anything about that. But the problem we are having is the arrears of pension for some of us that it is 48 months and 50-something months are still outstanding till today. Since this government came on board, they have not paid gratuity to one single person. And so gratuity is being owed for some retired civil servants from 2014 till date.
He also spoke on how the situation has affected them since retirement.
People are dying every day. The people are being sent out of the people that doesn't have their own personal houses. They've been sent. Landlords are on their neck. People are sick. They cannot get their medication again. I continue to say that people that retire within this age, most of them are diabetic or hypertensive, and these are sicknesses that need constant medication. So the thinking that you don't even have money to buy your drugs is enough to kill somebody. That is why we are appealing to His Excellency that he should pay us.
As you may know, a tripartite committee was set up by the River State government on February 12 to look into the issues of welfare of civil servants and pensioners. The committee was given 6 weeks to submit its recommendations. It is not clear if this has been done. Now to judicial matters. The DSS has filed a remand application at the Federal High Court in Abuja asking it to nullify the bail earlier granted to 4 of the 12 detained associates of embattled Yoruba Nation agitator Sunday Adeyemo, also known as Sunday Igboho. The DSS, in a motion filed on Monday by its counsel Idowu Awo, urged Justice Obiora Igwatu to cancel the bail granted to Amudat Babatunde, Abedin Shitu, Jamiu Oyetunji, and Bamidele Sunday. Awo also urged the court to remand the 4 detainees pending their arraignment during court vacation. But reacting to the application, counsel to the detainees, Belumi Olajengbesi, said the remand application was laughable. The police have filed a criminal charge against Mr. Ono Ojukwu, father of Chidinma Ojukwu, who is accused of killing the CEO of Super TV, Usifu Ataga. Ojukwu and 4 others were arraigned by the police on Monday before a Yaba Chief Magistrate's Court for obstruction of justice and failing to report a crime to the law enforcement agencies. All the accused persons pleaded not guilty to the charge. The Chief Magistrate Adeola Adedayo remanded Chidinma Ojukwu for 30 days. Still ahead, 4 policemen reported killed during attack by gunmen in Inewi, Anambra State. Stay tuned. 4 policemen have been reported killed during an attack by gunmen on the police area command in Ifiemi, Anambra State. The attack, which occurred on Monday, was alleged to have been carried out by suspected IPOB members. The spokesman for the Anambra State Police Command, Tochukwu Ikenga, told Channels Television that his office had yet to receive a detailed report on the incident. He, however, said that the police battled the assailants and warded them off. An eyewitness told Channels Television that the gunmen overpowered the police and carted away with some of their arms. The eyewitness said by the time a reinforcement from the Nigerian Navy arrived, the gunmen had left. The police could not immediately respond to the claim at the time of filing this report. The attack is believed to be a reprisal for the killing of 2 suspected members of IPOB on Sunday morning. Some cities in the southeast region complied with the sit-at-home directive of the indigenous people of Biafra IPOB on Monday. The group last week gave the directive to protest the continuous detention of its leader, Nnamdi Kanu. In Inewi, there was a near-total compliance with the order. A resident of Owerri, Imo State, who chose to be anonymous, said some private schools cancelled holiday classes while shops and properties were destroyed over opposing comments on social media towards the sit-at-home order. Igbo spare part traders around the Koko axis of Port Harcourt were at their shops on Monday. Correspondent Martha Okere, who visited the area yesterday, reports that at 10 a.m. the area was already bustling with activity. Some traders told our correspondent that the sit-at-home order was for the southeastern states. The second COVID vaccination will begin on Monday, August 16. Executive Director of the National Primary Healthcare Development Agency, Dr. Faisal Shuaib, announced this to newsmen in Abuja on Monday. He said the shift in date is to enable NAFDAC to conclude its assessment and preparatory processes on the just received Moderna vaccines. The Ministry of Foreign Affairs has condemned the assault of a Nigerian diplomat by immigration officials in Indonesia. The victim, whose name was not mentioned, was manhandled and arrested by immigration officials on Saturday in front of his official quarters in the Asian country. A viral video of the event shows at least 3 men in a vehicle assaulting the official, ignoring his screams of pain. The Nigerian Foreign Affairs Ministry, in a statement on Monday, said the ambassador of Indonesia to Nigeria was summoned by the Honorable Minister of Foreign Affairs, who apologized unreservedly on behalf of the government of Indonesia. In business, striking resident doctors refused to show up for work yesterday. The leadership of the NARD on Monday met with Chairman House of Representatives Committee on Health Tanko Sununu, Minister of Health Osage Yanire, Minister of State for Health Olurodimbe Mamora, and other stakeholders. The meeting, which lasted about 7 hours, will continue today. In entertainment, Nigerian singer Davido has landed his Hollywood debut in 2021 sequel Coming to America. The singer confirmed in an interview that filming is ongoing in California. Davido further revealed that the new movie will see him take on an acting role unlike his Hollywood debut in Coming to America. In sports, Sports Minister Sunday Dare has set up a panel to investigate the circumstances surrounding the disqualification of 10 Nigerian athletes at the just concluded Tokyo 2020 Olympic Games. In a statement, he said he will recommend a process where such lapses can never occur in the future. Mr. Dare also said he has personally apologized to the affected athletes.
And now, we'll bring you news from around the world.
New York Governor Andrew Cuomo continues to refuse to resign following reports of sexual harassment. The 63-year-old denies any wrongdoing and has so far resisted calls to resign, including one from President Joe Biden, but may soon face impeachment by state lawmakers. A report by Attorney General Letitia James's office found that Mr. Cuomo's alleged behavior against women had violated state and federal law. Meanwhile, the leader of gender equality group Time's Up has resigned due to her alleged efforts to discredit a woman who accused the governor of assault. On the news this morning, you heard that PDP Governors Forum meeting ends in deadlock to reconvene today. National Chairman of the PDP, Uche Secondus, says he will not resign. River State government to introduce scheme to create employment for youths. Pensioners are calling on River State government to pay their arrears. A court has remanded Chidinma Ojukwu over alleged murder of Super TV CEO. On the foreign scene, you heard that New York Governor Andrew Cuomo has resisted calls to resign following reports of sexual harassment. The news was edited by Enoho Ogbevire. Contact our newsroom at 0818-900-0017. Cloudy weather expected in Port Harcourt this morning. My name is Ifiemi Andrew. Thank you for listening and have a great day ahead. Bye-bye for now.